Welcome to That Girl Club. We're your hosts, Kristina and Katerina, and we're here to empower you on your journey to becoming that girl in every aspect of your life. Join us as we dive deep into inspiring conversations with influential entrepreneurs and experts, sharing their insights and strategies to help you thrive. From navigating the struggles of womanhood to launching your dream business and everything in between, we've got you. So buckle up. You are about to discover what it really means to be that girl. Welcome to the club. Well, welcome to the first episode of That Girl Club podcast.
Welcome to the pod, biatch.
Welcome to the pod. Yeah, we're excited to get into all the things and talk to you guys about the rebrand and sort of how we started, where we're going, what's coming, all the things.
Yep, a lot to discuss today. I think the idea is to give everyone an overview of what to expect.
Yeah,
moving forward.
Exactly. And to properly introduce ourselves, because I feel like if you haven't come to our event and you haven't met us, then you probably don't know much about us.
Yeah.
So we want to just get into it and share our story of how we became one, how we're now in
how
business
KP
together.
Became squared.
Yes. By the way, we have the same initials, so that's just something to point out. But yeah, I don't know, where should we start?
Well, let's do it. Let's go back to the beginning. I think your story is really interesting. So I want everyone to hear how you started Yow Girl when you first moved here. So maybe let's start there.
Okay, let's do it. So I moved to Ottawa, not knowing a single person, as you know, and I felt like there was just such a disconnect between trying to make new friends at this age. For context, I'm 28. Katerina are you 31?
Yes,
Wait,
I
okay.
am.
She's older.
But you know.
But you know what I mean? It's hard in this age bracket to make friends and make new connections. And when I moved to Ottawa, I said, I didn't really know anyone. So it wasn't I could tap into someone and then know their friend group. I feel I had to really put myself out there.
100%.
And I feel you had to do the same.
It's harder when you're moving to a new city, so you don't have something to fall back on, the gym you go to. Yes.
Yeah. It was I had to find that stuff once I got here.
Exactly.
So it was it was it started from square one, right?
Yeah.
And so, I was on Bumble BFF. I was doing all the things to just try and meet the girlies.
Yeah, I love that for you. I was always too scared to get on it. But
and obviously, there's some good moments, some bad moments with it, right?
Yeah.
And it was what it was. But I was just I think I was so tired of that, though. I was tired of going and meeting these girls that I felt I didn't really know if I even had anything in common with them. And it felt really forced. That's kind of how and what I guess inspired me to want to do Yow Girl Club and form this platform or this network community of women to just come together and meet other women. And I noticed there was a lot of female entrepreneurs here. And I was this is a great way for them to all kind of connect and learn from each other and all these things, right? So we launched it. I had a different business partner at the time, and we launched it, put it out there, had a launch party. It was super fun.
Yeah, it looked super cute.
It was cute. And then we started with events, and I then sort of tried to pivot a couple times, try different things, whether it was, I always had it in my mind that I wanted to do a podcast at some point because I'm oh, this would be so cute. It made sense to do it at some point. And then I kind of went through a bit of a rough time. I was going through a breakup, and all these different changes were happening with my career and all these things, the full extent of everything. And then I did that event by myself in, I think it was last October. So it's been a year now.
Yeah, it was last September, October. You're right.
Yeah, it was a year, which is crazy.
Because I think we did the spa event in
November. It was
or
November. Yeah.
Oh,
I met
yeah.
you in October.
Yes, you're
Yeah.
right. You're
So I
right.
did like the mindset coach thing with Laura, which was great. And that's where you and I met.
Yeah.
But you had messaged me before.
Yeah. So fun fact, Kristina and I had been trying to go for coffee.
I know.
But she wasn't sure she was staying in Ottawa at the time.
Is that what it was? Yeah, maybe I
think
wasn't sure.
Well, and you also weren't sure what you were doing with Yow Girl. I had not been able to attend a couple of your other events.
Yeah.
So we kept kind of missing each other.
Yeah.
But that mindset workshop was the first thing I was able to attend.
Yeah.
So I think maybe I'll jump into me moving to Ottawa.
Yeah.
Because I had a very similar experience. I found I lived in Montreal, I lived in Toronto. It's so hard moving cities, especially when you come to a new one where you know no one.
Yeah.
I think I always had like some sort of connections in the other cities.
Yeah.
But there was a lack of connection here and just like invitations.
Yeah.
I don't know if that makes sense.
No, it does, because I feel like Ottawa is and anyone I feel like who lives here kind of knows that, like, if you didn't grow up here or you didn't go to school here in terms of like university, college, whatever,
it's hard to breach. Like,
yeah. Because it's like, why else would you like be here kind of thing? Because it's like a government town. Like, there's not, like, do you know what I mean? It's like,
maybe that's it. I think there's like a lot of like expats or like newcomers to some of the bigger cities. So people are used to that and they're like, you're new here, just come join
exactly.
us.
Like, Toronto is more of a
people are moving there for work.
Yeah, it's a pass by kind of city, right? It's like, okay, I did that. That was an era in my life, onto that. So that's why everyone's open to just being friends.
Agreed. Yeah. Kind of like a been there, done that. Now let's settle out elsewhere.
Yes.
Yeah, fair. So Ottawa was a bit of a struggle at first. And so when I fell onto Yow Girl and your page, I was like, oh my God, I love this. I need to meet this girl. I love the initiative, and I want to get involved. And so I think we just kind of kept missing each other. I finally made it out to that event, which was so great. And Laura was a really great speaker. I remember enjoying her workshop very much. And that's how you and I kind of clicked. So that was really funny. We started chatting. And someone came up to us and was like, hey, do you girls work together? And we kind of just had a light bulb moment of like, well, no, but maybe we should.
Yeah, literally, we both were kind of like, did we just become business partners? Like, it was like one of those things, I feel like.
Yeah.
And then I was like, and then I think that's when we kind of exchanged numbers and we were like, let's go get a coffee. And then we ended up meeting up maybe, a couple weeks later?
Yeah.
Not even.
Yeah.
And then we sat down and you were like, I like don't want to just be like doing work here and there. Like, I want to be like fully in this with you. Like, let's partner.
Freaking go.
And I was like, okay. Like, I was like, sure.
Did I come on too strong?
You didn't come on strong. No, you were fine. But like, no, I wanted a partner again because like I'm very like collaborative. Like, I love to like, you know, and I was gonna say we're definitely like that dynamic. Like, and like anyone listening, like if you do have your own business, it can be very lonely if you don't have someone to like bounce ideas off of. And I feel like that's something that I really need. Like, I think there is people, and you really need, I think there is people out there that are fine with just like being independent on their own with their business. But most people want to bounce ideas off of other people.
Yeah, and that doesn't always mean in like a business partnership scenario, but I think it's often great to have someone just to bounce those ideas off of.
100%. It's like, does this suck? Do you hate this?
Am I in my head?
Yeah, am I in my head? Totally,
Yeah,
right? So no, I agree 100%. But yeah, that's kind of how we came together. And then we did that like one event together with the spa.
Fairly quickly,
Yeah, fairly quickly. And it was amazing. Like, I feel like that kind of was like the moment of like, okay, we're really good. Like, we work really well together.
Yes, yeah. That cemented like our partnership and our friendship and kind of the fact that we can work well together.
And we can like rely on each other too.
Yes,
because I think that's a big thing in any business partnership.
Huge.
Is like, if one person is like 1 foot in, 1 foot out, and the other is like, let's fucking go.
Yeah.
It doesn't align.
And you start to build a foundation of trust too, right? I think that's also in friendships though. Also in friendships.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. I feel like Yeah, it's like what you put in. I feel like we're really good friends too, because what I put into the friendship and what you put into the, like, I feel like you give me back like what I give in the friendship.
Yeah, I
You
feel the same
know?
way.
Hey, That Girl Club. Are you ready to elevate your beauty game? Check out BBM Ottawa, Ottawa's leading medical aesthetics and permanent makeup studio. They offer a wide range of services from nurse-administered toxin filler to revitalizing IV drips, stunning lip blush, and nano brows. Plus, they provide fine line tattoos and scar camouflage to help you feel your best.
This October, don't miss their amazing sale. Book any service this month and get 25% off. So treat yourself to rejuvenating chemical peels, medical grade facials, or their fabulous Illumier skincare products.
What are you waiting for, girls? Run to BBM and book your appointment today. What we tried to do with Yow Girl was do all these events, like bring women together. We really wanted to foster that community, and we really wanted other women to feel that they could meet other women in a safe space and all these things. But I think where we were feeling not aligned was just, we felt like we were becoming event planners, kind of.
Versus the connectors
Yes.
for the community.
Exactly. And something that I feel like we really thrive on is, and something that I personally feel I really like took a liking to, I guess, or took a more of an interest in, is the partnerships. We love every single business partner we've ever, or business, sorry, not business partner, any business or vendor or anyone that we've partnered with for our events, we've learned so much from.
Yeah, and we've truly believed in.
Yeah, totally. And like, I think that was kind of the missing piece for us, is we wanted to bring those people on and bring, different guests on and things like that we feel can really help you guys to, and us included, to learn from them and really just like become that girl.
Yeah, I mean, we're surrounded by so many inspiring women, but not just women, individuals that I think we've learned from a lot throughout this journey, but we have so much more to learn. And I think you're right. That was the missing piece of bringing those learnings and those insights to our community versus, getting so wrapped up in the logistics of events and drowning in events. And then, events are finicky. Like, maybe girls can make it, maybe they can, and then they miss out on the opportunity. Like, how do
and then
we
it's like
bring
one
that
hits and one doesn't.
Yeah.
Like, it's just a very roller coaster
100%.
type of thing
So
that we
it's like,
didn't want to go on.
Yeah. And so
Anymore.
how do we keep that community consistent and bring it to our platform of girls without it being like, oh, you can't make it that Thursday evening. Oops, too bad. You're not part of it. Right? Like,
Yeah.
no, like, how do we make it a larger platform, and how do we bring those insights to the girls and
Definitely.
and foster that connectivity? A common theme that kept coming up was this, like, need for connection, need for mentorship, need for learnings or motivation, or, so it's like, how do you make that come all together?
Exactly. And I feel like the podcast was
Just
the
made
perfect
sense.
answer. And we had been talking about this name, That Girl Club, what didn't just come out of thin air. Like,
No.
we had talked about this probably
6 months ago.
maybe more.
Yeah, maybe more. I remember exactly where I was on the phone
Same,
with you.
same. I
when
literally
was
can
like,
picture where I was.
Yeah, we need to drop Yow because this is so much bigger.
So much bigger. And
Yeah.
and that's the thing. We
It's a
wanted
concept.
to.
It's the lifestyle. It's not just about, these local events anymore.
Yeah.
We wanted to make a platform where people can share their stories, and you're really big on sharing stories.
Yes, because I feel that is how we connect. Like, that's how you and I connected. That's how we connect every day in our friendship. It's like, you will share your story about something and I'm like, oh my God, I'm so the same. Like, even I was doing a girl's like lash lift the other day, and she was like telling me, we were talking about how like we always like call our moms, and I was like, okay, great. I'm glad I'm not the only one who constantly calls their mom.
My mom every 5 minutes.
Literally. And I'm like, why is my mom annoying me? And then she's like, oh my God, my mom annoys me when I call her too. But I'm like, why am I still calling her? Like,
Yeah.
But it's
Shout out
nice.
to our moms
I
who
legit,
pick up every call.
legit. I know. My mom actually said that to me. She's like, I hope you're going to shout me out on this podcast because I've been so
She's
supportive.
so cute.
I know. But like, shout out. But honestly, like, that is the truth though, girl. It's like, we do form connections learning from each other's stories. Like,
Yeah. Well, I think another thing to come out of this too is that we're all way more similar than we think.
100%.
And I think like COVID and all that shit really did a number on a lot of people, isolated a lot of people, that we forget that sense of closeness sometimes.
Yeah, that
and also when
connection.
you're in your head and you're going through shit alone, like you forget that there's other people going through things behind closed doors too, right? You're like, oh my God, I'm the only one feeling lonely. I'm the only one feeling
Yes.
imposter syndrome. I'm the only one struggling to kick my business off. It's like, hang on, wait a second. No, everyone has felt one or the other at some point in their journey. And so how did they get through it? Right? Like,
Exactly.
what did they do? And how can we all
And I
learn
think,
from it?
to your point of that, I think that something that's really big is business owners. I think people, the perception that we all have is like, oh my God, they're killing it.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Like, they think they just like popped up, like they just like slapped on their business name and like, boom, there she is. And they're thriving every day. Business owners get kicked down even the most successful ones.
Yeah, you're just seeing the end
exactly
result.
You're just seeing, that's all you're seeing.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, like when we have these guests on, you guys, like you're going to learn that. You're going to see that, like, I am not thriving every day. Like they deal with shit every single day. And it's such a battle. You're literally basically like going to war every day, I feel, with your business.
Oh,
like
100%.
It's so hard.
And I think part of being that girl is recognizing that you're not going to be okay every day, but how do you like pick yourself up, tie your bootstraps or whatever the saying goes.
Tie your sneakers.
Yeah, and like keep going.
Yeah.
Friggin' tie your hair up, put on those pumps, and keep it going.
Freaking go.
Okay, so we want to tell you guys more about what to expect on the podcast. We've spoken a lot about, our stories, how we met, how Yow Girl evolved into That Girl Club. But now what can you expect from this podcast?
You and I, Katerina and I, are going to be talking about all the things, you guys. So it's going to be everything from our like health and wellness journey.
Yeah. Our struggles.
Again, our struggles, some of our successes, like where we kind of came from in terms of like just our background, career background, everything.
Yeah.
Friendships, relationships. I have some really I can't wait to share all my gnarly breakup stories. Like I have some good shit in the pod here, guys.
That's so funny. Yeah, but nothing's off limits.
Exactly.
Nothing's off limits. So those are going to be super fun. We may just crack open a bottle of wine from time to time and get through those stories together.
Kind of need a glass of wine right now, but it's fine.
And then we'll alternate with the guest speakers.
Exactly. So every other week, we're going to have a guest speaker for you guys. It's going to be some females, some males.
We're super excited about the lineup so far.
Yes.
We have some amazing people coming on to talk to us. And we can't wait to learn from them, honestly.
Exactly. They're going to be sharing their stories, their successes, their failures, tips and tricks about their industry, like inspiration, how to become your authentic self. Like literally, guys, everything.
Kristina and I listen to so many podcasts.
Mm-hmm. We're always sending each other stuff.
Always sending each other. This morning on our way here to film, Kristina sent me a quote. And I was like, was that from the podcast?
You were probably like, where did that come from? I randomly, guys, for context, I literally sent her in quotations. So you were probably like, okay,
well, yeah, I was like, okay, the fact that this didn't come in the form of a meme or a post I was like, she must have heard this. So I was like, was that from the podcast you were listening to this morning? No, but so cute. And I think, and we do that often. We'll be like, you need to listen to this.
This is exactly what we said or what we're going through, whatever.
Yeah. And some of those podcasts are truly motivational and inspiring, and others we felt were there was a gap there. Others we felt were too disconnected.
Yeah, too disconnected. And I feel like we're trying to fill a gap right now. And I don't know if you guys feel the same way, but we feel like when we're listening to these podcasts, they're incredible. I mean, you're learning from people who are doing the damn thing and killing it. It's amazing. Yeah. But sometimes these different practitioners they have on, or these different experts or whoever it may be, it's like, oh my God, that's so cool. But like, I don't have access to
that doctor or that, yeah, like
that
they're so
restaurant
far
or that
out of,
gym or
yeah,
whatever it
they're so
is.
far out of reach, or they're not as,
Yes.
you know, relatable. It's the relatability too. Like I'll listen to something and it's like, yeah, listen to her struggle and how she started this business, but it was after her like $2 billion buyout on her last business that she got because she was an actress. And it's like, thank you.
Yeah.
What the hell, like, kind of struggles did you have to go through after you quit your acting career to start this business that you were, that you had the freaking entire
the money
team
to do,
yeah,
right?
well, and also an army behind you and your PR
Yeah.
team being like, what's next? Let's go.
Exactly.
It's not the same as, you know, people that we will be having on that are speaking to their journey like from ground up, and that at the end of the day, if you do like what you hear and you do like what you see, you can hit them up and you can go visit them and you can book an appointment, because it'll be people within Canada and people that are a little more within your reach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so TGC is really about becoming the person that you're made to become. Like it's stepping into your power. It's becoming
I love that
girl.
Yeah.
Right? It's doing the thing, it's learning, it's doing the things every day to be better.
Even if it's that 1%.
Exactly, right? And just pushing yourself to your limits and learning from like other women and other people who are doing the things that you want to be doing. I genuinely feel like when you surround yourself with people who are doing better than you are and doing the things that you want to be doing, that is how you propel forward. That is how you learn. That is how you grow. That is how you figure shit out. Like,
yeah, and you ascend to like that higher level.
100%.
And I think that's what we aim to do and strive to do every single day. And that's where we want to take our community like along with us as well.
Exactly. And we want this to be a community for women to feel like we're not just a podcast. Like we are a club. We are that girl club.
Yeah,
you are part of the club. You are part of this journey with us.
You belong to something.
Exactly. And we want to be on this journey with you. And we want this to be all about forming connections and
sharing stories, learning from those stories, sharing insights, sharing tips and advice, and just, you know,
and the everyday
shooting the
struggles.
shit.
Yeah. Like the everyday struggles of being a woman. And yeah, like you said.
And you know, like for the girl who's freaking killing it at her corporate job or killing it starting her own business and is waking up every day at 5 a.m. But it's also for the girl who's, you know, struggling to get out of bed in the morning because she needs a little motivation right now. And that's okay. And a lot of us have been there, you know, and we're here to grow and help you through it. So
100%.
There's no shame in the game. It doesn't matter where you're at in your journey. We're
all in this together.
Yeah, we're all in it together.
We are on that journey to becoming that girl together, you guys.
What girl? That girl.
That girl, baby. And we're so excited. And we just hope that you guys are ready to come along for the ride with us.
Yeah, we can't wait to see you girls on the other end.